consider us pretty lucky. We met at Smorgasburg, which is one of LA's biggest, or actually the nation's biggest food market that happens every week on Sundays. And we met and we just really got along and believed in what food can be and is and how it represents legacy and history. And so we decided to jump in this together. Our original brand is Saucy Chick. And Juan's original brand is Goat Mafia, so hence our restaurant together is called Saucy Chick Goat Mafia. But at Smorgasburg, it was a similar blend of like Indian and Mexican, and goat. Goat. Juan, you are the goat. Juan, if you wanted to talk about your goat video and just what it means and
yeah, so Goat Mafia initially started just so we could preserve our birria recipe, which has been in the family for about 120 years. So that was mainly the main motivator, just putting our recipe out there. I think the blending of cultures is LA. I think that's what LA is, period. I don't think there's like a one culture.
Yeah, I think, LA is a diverse tapestry and it comes together so beautifully, and I look at it as like a layering. I'm really looking forward to meeting our fellow restaurateurs and chefs and really continuing to build community. I'm really excited to bring Juan's creativeness to the broader LA market and just really enjoying and celebrating what LA has to offer. And we're really thankful to the LA Times for doing this.
I want to eat.
We're on the same boat.
Yeah, I know when I was walking through, I was gasping every other booth. We've had the privilege of being able to meet lots of different chefs. So Danielle from Amiga Amore.
We just saw Alex from Eva Cooks and Elvia.
And then, Julianne Gregg from Eastside Cheesecakes, Bricia from Gualeguetza, who's right next to us. And we haven't walked everything yet, so that's our little neighborhood of the lot tonight. We are focused on our brick and mortar, which is in Pasadena, and fundamentally what we do is we slang rotisserie chicken rooted in Indian culture and Mexican culture, as well as a traditional birria de chivo. And with those proteins, you can have it as a plate, as a bowl, as a burrito, as tacos. So that's what we're really proud of is our proteins and how we're able to expand that to a fuller menu. This is our first time at the Food Bowl.
For me is something that has to do with Mexico.
I mean, LA is definitely a taco town, right?
A taco defines LA. I mean, the easy answer is tacos. And it's true. But Korean barbecue is the real answer.
Korean barbecue?
The go-to is always the classic LA-style cheeseburger, the smash burger.
Tacos, definitely. There's tacos on every corner.
Definitely street tacos.
An actual specific dish that defines LA would probably be soba noodles with the fried mochi at Otafuku. That's defining.
The only thing I can tell you is, for me, it's very addictive. Very, very addictive. I can eat a taco every day. And I'm doing it every day. And it's been 23 años, 23 years almost.
In 2012, Jonathan Gold said that admitting you live in Los Angeles but haven't visited Morisco's Jalisco is like confessing that you've never been to Dodger Stadium or driven through the 4-level freeway interchange or eaten a corn dog on Muscle Beach. Inexcusable, really. Raul Ortega's taco truck is famed for tacos dorados de camarones, golden tortillas filled with shrimp that emerge tender at the center and crisp on the edges after a dip in the fryer. The truck has been a part of every 101 Best Restaurants in Los Angeles guide since 2013. Ortega's influence in shaping a part of LA's culinary landscape with a single beloved taco syncs beautifully with the parameters set out by Jonathan Gold when he gave Wolfgang Puck the first Gold Award during the Times' second Food Bowl Festival in 2017. The key phrase, honoring culinary excellence and expanding the notion of what Southern California cooking might be.
I just want to be different. I don't want to say like a strategy, but it's part of my plan, because if I'm doing the same food, kind of as like Korean food, I cannot survive.
With its beautiful food, gracious service, and a future-minded approach in sync with so many cultural influences that have shaped Los Angeles, Peru is the obvious choice for the 2024 LA Times Restaurant of the Year.
LA, the vibe, and then kind of environment, and the culture of LA, it really fits. I think it fits well, and it really pairs well.
One of the things that we noticed sort of over time was looking at Los Angeles, but also looking at the Korean food scene that was happening nationally and globally. That's one of the things that we were thinking about, is, really sharing a more elevated version of modern Korean food there.
Before getting too old, I just want to chase my dream when I started cooking.
Both of us did not want something that was very stuffy, but very welcoming and warm.
The restaurant offers a tasting menu with a vision that, as Times critic Bill Addison says, encapsulates the creative surge that propelled LA's food culture forward in the last decade. A spate of nonconformism that continues to influence how we think about restaurants.
LA, for the most part, is not about white tablecloths and stiff, formal, classic service, but it's about feeling like you've walked into our home. Cooking is about sharing love with people, and so the whole ambiance and the atmosphere we try to create, hopefully, is part of that too.
Nice. Yeah, that was good.
Hi,
My name is Justin Pichet Rungsi. I'm the chef owner at Anna Jack Thai in Sherman Oaks, and I'm the second generation. And it's a sort of a multi-generational style cuisine, is how I'm defining it. It's LA, it's sort of Thai, it's sort of not Thai at the same time. We're good at frying things. That's what we're gonna do here today. We're gonna fry bananas. We're gonna be making a sundae, an ice cream sundae with Thai fried bananas and a Thai tea caramel that we'll put on top, and have some canned lychees, which I think will be a nice addition instead of a cherry. This is my favorite ice cream of all time. And just to let you guys know, this whole recipe is non-dairy, which is nice because I am full-blown lactose intolerant. The texture of awan, made by my friend Zen, is, the ice cream is so special. This is my favorite. They're in West Hollywood. You guys can go visit their stand. They're scooping it. It's like super gourmet. We're gonna prep our bananas. These are called gulai namwa, and the trick is, same technique as ripening any fruit, is that you put them in your hot car and you drive the car down the 405 in an untinted car, and they will become ripe in no time. A kind of a simple recipe to do at home is just doing fried bananas. It's very simple. This is kind of a nice way to add a little flair to the idea of an ice cream sundae. Thais are so good at frying stuff. It's so impressive to see Thais fry stuff like on the side of the road. In my mom's hometown, the fried chicken, they're all street vendors and they're all frying them in these big woks. And you'll see like, the oil is dark. Like, it makes no sense. It defies all rules of chemistry, physics, but it tastes amazing. It just doesn't make sense, you know? But there's a kind of a magic to how we see things done in the streets. So we're gonna make the batter now. Rice flour, all-purpose flour, and we're gonna have desiccated coconut, which is this dried coconut. If you could shave it yourself, that's cool. You're not gonna find coconut that you can shave yourself. Plus you need this contraption that you like sit on that has teeth in the front. They call it a rabbit. And we'll mix all this up. And what happens is the rice flour, the AP flour, the coconut milk, the desiccated coconut, the sugar. Is there enough sugar here? No. There's definitely a sweetness to the batter, the sesame seeds, saltiness because a batter without salt, it's joyless. Even though it's sweet, meant to be sweet, it's got like complexity, you know? And then this magical solution, this is red limestone water, which all Thais use to fry stuff to create a kind of a super crispiness. So we're just gonna combine all the dry stuff together. Here is this thing called red lime paste, which is slaked limestone. It's red because they've added turmeric to it. What you do is you take a scoop, it looks like it's super caked up, and then you mix it into the water, you mix it up, the lime paste comes to the bottom, and the water that's left, it has a different pH. When we mix this in, it creates a very, very crispy batter. I highly, highly recommend it. Thai grandmas are actually mixing this with betel leaves and tobacco and chewing it and having a grand old time. Like chewing tobacco, my grandmother was chewing tobacco, red lime paste, betel leaves, and gum. Every morning, her teeth would be jet black and she'd be, it was gnarly. I mean, look, visually, it should have this kind of wet oatmeal type quality. So we're supposed to move it quite a bit, but at the very beginning, I wouldn't move it too much because you want the batter to cohere with the banana. I like to see these little bubbles come off to the side. And then you're just seeing how much of those bubbles is being released. Once there's less bubbles being released, there's less water in the batter, and meaning it will be more crispy. As we add bananas, the oil temperature goes down. So we want to try to keep it in between 300 and 320 because we want that kind of, like I was saying with the fried chicken, you want that like long cook so that the batter gets really dry. You want this to actually get to a nice brown. Not golden brown, but brown brown. So you can see right now. It's brown brown. Oh yeah, it looks super ugly. And that's sort of what, you know what I mean? It's a fried banana that only a mother could love. Why not fry fruit? Of course, we're gonna fry fruit. It's Thailand. The kings of the deep fryer. You know what? The bananas could be a little bit more ripe. If you can't find these, then use the Dole ones. I mean, that's totally fine. It's all about getting them a little bit more ripe. The trick is to not eat all of your fried bananas before the ice cream sundae gets assembled. And they're still going, you can still hear them. Just a little sprinkling of sesame seeds. And you get these pieces that are a little thinner. Look at that. It's like a snowflake, but with fried stuff. This is more like a snowman. I love that. Get it real close. No, see, we keep eating more. Little sesame seeds. And try to do that when it's hot so they can kind of adhere. Now we're gonna work on the Thai tea caramel. Boiling water. This is Thai tea. It has this like smoky, almost like chocolatey, almost like coffee-like quality. Just provides like some aromatics and sort of beautiful, really nice orange, bright orange color. This is palm sugar. You can find it at Thai markets. They come in these, so they come in jars that are kind of wet and sticky, and then they come in these pucks, as we call them. And the pucks themselves are kind of dry. I mean, palm sugar has this kind of honeyed, candied quality to it, a slightly nutty, it's very sweet. And I like to use someone else's knife to cut these because it will dull your knife. And you can kind of shave these down. It's actually kind of a nice, kind of ribbon-like quality that I really like. It makes it easier to actually boil down. We're gonna take the sugar and we're gonna dissolve it with some water. When we dissolve it with water, it melts. And then we're gonna crank up the temp. It's gonna start to bubble and foam. And that's when we can start to add in the butter, the coconut milk, a little bit of salt. And this is a little trick, which is a little cream of tartar, which we'll use when we're boiling the sugar. The smell is amazing. It smells like my dad's 280ZX, like the leather in the hot car. That's what it kind of smells like a kind of like a really nice leather car right now. cream of tartar, which helps prevent the crystallization. And just constantly stir so it doesn't burn. It's already this like lovely, it's a gnarly like highlighter orange. It's so Cheetos right now. It's starting to have this lovely froth, which means we need to get the butter and the cocoa ready. Oh yeah, look at this. The color is getting more rich. You can see that kind of like, that glossy bubble. Bring it onto low. We're gonna keep our eye on it. And then we're gonna build the sundae. I am not a man for toppings for ice cream. Gets in the way of the flavor. But in a sundae, it's really all about the toppings, right? Canned lychees, incredible. So now that it's cooled a little, it's got this beautiful ribbony, whew. That lychee is getting it right now. And I stole some roasted peanuts from the restaurant that we grind up for pad thais. Yeah, that looks good.
Guys, it is Nicole and Noah. We are from the YouTube channel People vs. Food, and we are here on day one of the LA Times Food Bowl.
Yeah, our team is here in order to give you a tour of the must-eat bites, snacks, desserts, everything that you can find here on the Paramount lot at the Food Bowl.
So on our channel, People vs. Food, we love to challenge regular people with irresistible temptations from all your favorite movies, TV shows, and cartoons. So listen, we know a thing or two about good food. And right when you show up, they actually have some really great bites. Have you had Tuk Tuk Thai?
No, but I was looking at it and I'm kind of excited to try it for the first time.
Yeah, it's delicious.
You know what caught my eye, Nicole? Over here, Evil Cooks.
Oh man, their display is insane, and they have peanut cote. They've got some exotic bites.
I've never tried it, nor can I say that word, so that's gonna be cool. But what actually caught my eye first when I walked in was over here, McConnell's Ice Cream. They've got a C's candy integration, so I think we're gonna try all 4 flavors before
Your
we
priorities are in the right order.
Yeah.
But I think Ash and Benny are down the street. They found some other really good eats. Should we go?
Yeah.
Are we running?
Let's check them out. Can we run? Is it safe to run?
It's safe to run.
We're gonna run to the food.
Hey guys, it's Ash and Benny. We are so excited. This is our very first LA Times Food Bowl, and we're on this beautiful street. It's got some really delicious eats on it.
If you haven't checked it out, there's Perla that has some of the best panchan in LA. You've got Paradise Dynasty. I think they're doing Chai Long Bao.
Yeah, they are.
Yo, crazy. And then if you haven't had Peruvian style sushi yet, you've got to check that out.
Yeah, they're serving up some tuna tacos tonight.
Yo, say less.
I know.
And then lastly, we got Gelada, some of the best Thai in LA. And of course, Holy Grail Donuts. If you have a sweet tooth, you got to check that
I
out.
will absolutely be there. And also at the end of the street, I saw Meteora has a little shindig.
Yo, we were walking past that. I was like, what's going on in there? You have to check it out. If you do, please let us know.
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely. Well, speaking of some really cool stuff, let's see what Michael and Trevor are up to by the LA Times Food Stage.
Let's go.
What's up, everybody? I'm Chef Michael from People vs. Food.
And I'm Trevor from YouTube.
We're standing outside the LA Times Studios where they have tons of really fun stuff for us planned tonight. Trevor, what are you looking forward to the most?
I'm looking forward to my BFF, Mythical Chef Josh from Mythical Kitchen. He's making a burrito live up there at 9 p.m. And I'm just pumped to see what he does, to see what he's got planned. I'm gonna heckle him for sure, you know, keep him humble.
Yeah, you have to.
It's gonna be a good time.
It's gonna be great. We're really excited. If you see us around over the next 3 days, come up to us, say what's up. Follow us on Instagram at PeopleVFood. Tell us what your favorite bites of the weekend have been. We'll actually respond.
Yeah.
It's crazy. We're out here right now next to the VIP lounge where Pajoli is going to be giving out bites. Durasti Caviar, they've got caviar bumps.
Yeah, no, I'm going to be doing caviar bumps all weekend. I've been told explicitly by Marcus from Durasti Caviar that I have unlimited supply.
You have the golden ticket.
Yeah, I believe that was verbatim what he said. He said, Trevor, you can have as much as you want.
Close it off
weekend.
to everybody else.
Yeah, so
that's
very
awesome.
pumped.
Speaking of all weekend, we will be here all weekend on this live stream. Make sure you follow it at latimes.com or on X. Stay tuned. It's going to be great.
Yeah, got a lot of fun stuff planned, so stick around, and we'll be here eating all weekend.
Yeah.
Boxes all day long in my heart, a hero song. Onward to my destiny, the warrior inside of me.
Adventurous, now heed my call. Myth-Pharaoh will never fall.
Plus, big shout out to our premier sponsors, Cathay Pacific and Hong Kong Tourism Board. Cathay Pacific connects you to all of Asia with air service through Hong Kong from major U.S. cities, and get inspired to book your trip to Hong Kong as you wander through the Temple Street Lantern Garden right here in LA, brought to you by Hong Kong Tourism Board. And of course, we can't forget our major sponsors. Be sure to check out Rivian's electric vehicles at their booths and grab a beer from Stella Artois Airstream. VIP ticket holders also step into an Amazon rainforest and taste extraordinary sweet and savory bites featuring wild cacao at the Mesiora pop-up from Michelin star chef Jordan Kahn. And please consider donating to our charity partner, the Los Angeles Regional Food Bank at lafoodbank.org. They've been fighting hunger in LA since 1973. What a beautiful thing. And finally, stop by Ask a Reporter booth throughout the weekend to meet your favorite Times journalists. Next door to them, our LA Times food team is on hand to answer your questions and show off their much coveted merch, which is available for purchase. And if you're posting on social, please use the hashtag LAFoodBowl. Be sure you head over to the LA Times food stage for award presentation hosted by the LA Times food team.
How's everybody doing tonight? Oh, come on, we can do a little bit better than this. How are we all doing? Everyone out waiting in line, come over, grab a bite, come on over to the cooking stage. We're about to present the Gold Award and the Restaurant of the Year Award. And then we've got 2 more cooking demonstrations coming up. So thank you all for coming out to the LA Times Food Bowl day 1 of 3. So hope you're gonna stay with us the whole weekend. We've got new restaurants coming in. I'd like to give a special thank you to City National Bank, our presenting sponsor for the event. VIP ticket holders, be sure to enjoy the extra special bites in the City National Lounge just to your left. A big shout out to our premier sponsors, Cathay Pacific and Hong Kong Tourism Board. Be sure to come back tomorrow. You'll get a chance to meet Chef William Tu, the executive chef for Cathay Pacific Airlines, who will be here cooking up some food. And then be sure as you're wandering the streets here tonight, wander through the Street Lantern Garden right here in LA, sponsored by the Hong Kong Tourism Board. Sorry, there's so much to get through tonight. And VIP ticket holders, don't miss the opportunity to fully immersive culinary installation brought to you by Jordan Kahn at the Meteora pop-up. And finally, don't leave tonight without making a donation to our charity partner, the Los Angeles Regional Food Bank at lafoodbank.org, as they've been fighting hunger in LA since 1973. And remember, if you're posting on social tonight, which I see a lot of people taking photos of the food, and we love you doing that, but be sure to use the hashtag LAFoodBowl.
Food team is starting now at the LA Times food stage right now.
Is there an echo, or is it just me? All right, I'm going to go check just to make sure that that our staff is ready, and then we're going to present some awards. And again, thank you guys all for coming out. Hold on one sec. For coming out to present our awards tonight. Food General Manager Lori Ochoa and Food Editor Daniel Hernandez.
Hello, hello. First, I want to thank City National Bank for helping to gather us all with support. And our first award, Daniel, you want to say hi?
Oh, hi. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much all for being here, and we're excited to have you all. Enjoy tonight.
Are you eating good things yet? Yeah. Great. So we're going to start with the Gold Award. So in 2012, Jonathan Gold said that admitting you live in Los Angeles but haven't been to Morisco's Jalisco is like confessing you've never been to Dodger Stadium, or driven through the 4-level freeway interchange, or eaten a corn dog on Venice Beach. Inexcusable, really. Raul Ortega, his taco truck, is famed for tacos dorado de camarones, golden tortillas filled with shrimp that emerge tender at the center and crisp on the edges after a dip in the fryer. Our restaurant critic, Bill Addison, says, it might be the most amazing seafood taco you've ever had, and a fast-track entry into the city's culinary culture. Ortega not only popularized shrimp tacos in Los Angeles, His truck has been the bridge between classic food trucks and a new generation of street food vendors. Marisco's Jalisco has been a part of every 101 Best Restaurants in Los Angeles list since 2013. And Ortega's influence in shaping a part of Los Angeles' culinary landscape with a single beloved taco syncs beautifully with the parameters Jonathan Gold set out when he gave Wolfgang Puck the first Gold Award during the Second Times Food Bowl Festival in 2017. The key phrase, honoring culinary excellence and expanding the notion of what Southern California cooking might be. For all of these reasons, Raul Ortega is this year's winner of the Gold Award. Congratulations, Raul. Oh, there you are.
Gracias, gracias. Thank you, Lori. Thank you, Danielle. This means a lot to everybody out there that is working as hard as we do in the food industry. Thank you. Thank you, LA Times. Tell you the truth, I don't know how I got here, but I'm here. Thank you, guys. What an amazing event, amazing weather in California. Again, thank you, thank you. I have no words. I have no words. Thank you. We have the tacos, yeah. I have no words, but I have the tacos. Please stop by the truck. It's behind there, and if somebody haven't tried it, please do it. Thank you, thank you.
Congratulations, señor Raúl Ortega.
Thank you, Raul.
Felicidades. And go try out Mariscos Jalisco's truck over there in the corner. Congratulations. Bravo, let's hear it once more for Señor Raúl Ortega of Mariscos Jalisco.
I forgot to say something. There is always a taco ready for Mr. Jonathan Gold. Please.
Thank you, Raul.
Congratulations.
All right. You must try the tacos if you haven't had them. All right, now it's time for Restaurant of the Year.
Restaurant of the Year. Sorry.
No, I like it. So, with Baru's beautiful food, gracious service, and a future-minded approach in sync with so many cultural influences that have shaped Los Angeles, Baru is the obvious choice for the 2024 LA Times Restaurant of the Year. Co-owner and chef Kwang Oh was raised in Korea and has cooked in some of the world's finest restaurants. The original Baru, in a strip mall next to a 7-Eleven, opened in 2015 with an unapologetically experimental and affordable cooking style. Did you remember going there? No. Oh, it was fantastic. And you go and there's trash in the parking lot, but then you go in this wonderful restaurant and have these great grain bowls. And it used ancient fermentation techniques in a totally modern context. Baru closed in 2018, but the love from Los Angeles diners left a lasting impression on Kwang. Kwang never gave up on reopening Baru. And while the pandemic and starting a family, a lovely thing, with his wife and now business partner Mina, delayed things, they opened a new version of Baru in 2023. Now in an elegant and calming arts district setting, Baru offers a tasting menu with a vision that, as Times restaurant critic Bill Addison put it, says, Baru encapsulates the creative surge that propelled LA food culture forward in the last decade, a momentum that confirms the city's status as a global culinary destination, a spate of nonconformism that continues to influence how we think about restaurants. Please congratulate Kwan and Mina, winners of the LA Times Restaurant of the Year.
Congratulations, Mina and Kwan. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Never won this kind of awards prize in my kind of school days. So it's very honor. And really thank you. Thank you so much, our team and LA Times, everyone helping us and family. It's such an honor to be here and to speak in this kind of Paramount studio. It's an honor. I'm pretty sure our parents gonna be very proud of me. And
no, thank you very much. Definitely, we owe everything to our team. The fact that we have a team in New Baru is amazing. So they're all working hard over there. Please go have a bite. We hope to see you soon at our restaurant, and please have a wonderful night tonight.
Their booth is just right over there, and I highly recommend it. Get there some. You want to say what you're cooking?
oh yes, today we are cooking the sole, and then which is better with the Korean sweet pare, and then we are serving with some of the seaweed aioli and then gooseberry immersion, and then sesame leaf and jalapeno immersion. Such an honor, and then we know we're gonna try our best to make Baru really be worthy of the restaurant of the year in some day. So thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Oh. Congratulations to Baru 2024 Restaurant of the Year. And let's get our recipients out tonight. Señor Raúl, one more shot. We want to shout out everyone who's helped put this event together. Shout out to everyone at LA Times Food, Betty Halleck, Danielle Dorsey, of course, our critic Bill Addison, all the reporters, Camilla, her whole team, Jordan, Anna, Terry Tang, our editor-in-chief is here. Thank you to everyone, and congratulations to you all.
And we've got good merch back there.
Yes, there's a merch table, please. Check out our
Aprons,
Spices by LA Times and Burlap and Barrel. Thanks, guys. Great to see you. Congrats.
This year, our restaurant Baru was selected by the LA Times as 2024 Restaurant of the Year.
How we started the restaurant is actually 2015. I started with my previous business partner. We just started. It was just kind of actually it was just 3 people working there. So we do from zero to everything. And then I met her in the temple. It was 2017. 2017. And then from there, kind of we started. I mean, it has a lot of story, but we opened this Baru, like a second version. We can say second version last year. And then it came all the way to here. I'm very fortunate.
So this Baru 2.0, this second version, has only been open for 1 year. We just celebrated our 1-year anniversary. This version is very different. The old Baru was very casual, hole in the wall. Everything was less than $15 a dish. Counter service, now we're doing a much more elevated fine dining tasting menu.
What we are serving at here, the Times event, is gonna be soul dish. So we make a batter with Korean ingredient, which is pare, which is Korean seaweed. And we serve in the kind of lettuce wrap, which you can think about as like a taco tortilla. So we use green iceberg, butter lettuce and then red lettuce and nasturtium leaf. And then we kind of drizzle seaweed aioli and then jalapeno paella immersion. And we put some gooseberry. And then on the top, we're gonna put some nasturtium flour, and then another dish is gonna be. So we are serving at Baru like a Korean traditional galbi, which is kind of Korean barbecue. So that one actually we twist it a little bit. So we make the rice with this kind of shepherd's purse pesto. Shepherd's purse is kind of Korean mountain green, and then we serve. Actually, that's for tomorrow. So
we are looking forward to tonight, seeing so many of our friends, fellow restaurants, serving their own food. We hope we get a chance to grab a bite of their food and then also just celebrate with the LA Times for this really special honor that we have.
We've been eating. Hey guys. People versus food. We are back here at the LA Times Food Bowl at the Paramount Backlot. Well, guess what?
What? We have to know.
I have gone around and collected some of my favorite bites from the events tonight, and I have a little game for you guys to play. I'm gonna really test your LA food trivia knowledge.
Easy. Okay, we have a literal chef on our seats in the bag. Okay.
So you guys are competing against each other.
Against?
Against
Why
each
do you have
other.
to pin us against each other?
I always have to put you in. It's people versus food. I guess you guys are the people. But you do get to eat the food. So, question number 1. Gela Getza, who are here tonight, they're known for specializing in delicious Oaxacan cuisine. What is the iconic dish that they serve at their restaurant, perhaps in flights?
Mole.
Dude, it is mole. Have you had their mole flight?
Yes, I've had. I love Guelaguetza. So good.
So good.
Delicious.
Well, guess what? Have you had the cheesecakes from Eastside Cheesecake?
You're gonna hold that for me while I dig into my delicious prize.
Yeah, let's
Oh my
hear
God.
the reaction.
Yeah. You want to get in here for some ASMR? Okay, hold on. Yeah, get that.
No. Give us a good.
No, that's really good.
Number 2, while Trevor's mouth is full. What is the name of the historic downtown Los Angeles market known for serving food since 1917?
I think that's the Grand Central Market. Grand Central?
That is correct. Have you been to the Grand Central Market?
I have been. My dad took me there when I was little because
Oh
he
my
grew
God.
up in LA and he took me around to some nice sites and stuff like that.
What's your favorite bite from Grand Central Market? Do you remember?
I think just a slice of pizza. I think it was a little pizza spot.
Yeah.
If you're ever there, though, they're tacos.
Gotta get them.
Gotta get the tacos.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you
Okay.
what I'm gonna get right now, Nicole. Woo! Some of these soul
It is
filled
the chicken wing from Soulfill, and they made it with a calamansi aioli. That's why it's a citrus.
It's delicious. Calamansi's awesome. Hey, Benny, I think you might need to step it up here. You might go home hungry if you don't step it up.
I better get this right.
Okay, you better get. Also, if you don't get this right, someone's gonna be mad at you.
Oh no.
Okay, question number 3. This Thai town eatery has over 300 dishes on their menu, and they specialize in both northern and southern cuisine. They also make one of the spiciest dishes in LA that has almost killed me. Do you know the name of this restaurant?
I don't.
What is gelada?
It is just.
Dude, it is gelada. I think we're gonna have to go back and try their dynamite challenge. Do you think you'd survive? Oh, are you already reaching for food?
No, I'm right here.
He doesn't care what you have to say, Nicole. He just wants the food.
Speaking of delicious Thai food, this is from Love to Eat Thai, another one of my favorite Thai restaurants in Los Angeles too. They do that chili crab thing. Have you had it there?
No, I haven't.
Oh,
Really good.
that's really good.
Their Moo Ping is good
I've got
too.
like
Yeah,
20 places to visit.
I know.
after
That's
tonight.
crazy. That's what happens after
I'm like
this.
writing it down in my phone. I've got so many places to go to.
Do it.
All right.
Okay, now's my turn, I think. Hopefully to get one.
Oh, good bite. Good bite.
Yeah, fill up your mouth. Fill up your mouths.
Okay.
I'm ready.
Question number 4. Which famous LA salad, this is going back in history, which famous LA salad features chicken, bacon, avocado, and blue cheese?
Wait, famous LA salad
It was reportedly invented at the Brown Derby restaurant.
in 1917?
No.
What was the year?
I don't know the
what?
year.
I thought you said. I literally thought you said a year. Wait, what's on the salad?
What is a Caesar salad?
Wrong.
I don't think it's Caesar salad.
It is chicken, bacon, avocado, and blue cheese.
That just sounds like a Cobb salad. Is it a Cobb salad?
It is a Cobb
The Cobb
salad.
salad was invented in Los
The
Angeles.
Cobb salad was supposedly invented in Los Angeles.
Wow.
The more you know, right?
Look at that.
Okay, this one's a really fun bite. This is from Karila, LA. They make banchan.
Okay.
Dude, it's a tofu with gochujang sauce.
Oh my god.
That is an incredible one bite. Like, oh.
I love gochujang so much.
Okay.
Oh, that's amazing.
And we've got one more question. Who won the LA Times Restaurant of the Year? And they are serving food here tonight.
Do you guys know? No?
The LA
I'm
Times
gonna give you a chance.
Restaurant of the Year.
I'll give you a chance.
You should know this.
What is it start with?
They are also a presenting sponsor.
1.
Baru.
They're literally right there. 10,
Yeah.
10 feet from us. Yeah.
And for that, we saved the best for last. This is the taco from Saucy Chick Goat Mafia.
Oh my God. Saucy Chick Goat Mafia.
Yes. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. How is it?
I'm so jealous. No, you're better than. How you guys?
Thank you guys so much for watching. If you see us wandering around, be sure to say hi. Let us know what some of your favorite bites are. Anything else that we should try or check out. Follow us on Instagram at PeopleVFood. We'll be streaming all weekend on LATimes.com and on X. And we will be back later with some of our favorite bites from tonight. So we'll see you soon. Bye, guys. All right.
All right, well, thank you guys all for coming out tonight to the Los Angeles Times Food Bowl, presented by City National Bank. Thank you guys all. We've got some great events coming up for you later today at 10 o'clock. We've got Tui Win from DD Restaurant. There you go. She's here. So without further ado, he's back. You just might have seen him a few months ago at the Los Angeles Times Festival of Books, and he's back for another great cooking demo with you today. He's a content creator, a podcaster, a culinary producer. The man does it all. You might have listened to him on A Hot Dog is a Sandwich, or yes, there we go, Love for Hot Dog is a Sandwich, or Last Meals, or The Mythical Kitchen. Any fans of The Mythical Morning Show? There we go. That's what we're talking about. Please welcome the author of The Mythical Cookbook, which, by the way, will be on sale right behind you at the Book Soup tent. Purchase a copy of the book, get a free LA Times tote bag. Not bad. You can take all the food home with you tonight. So please welcome Josh Scher.
Give it up, everybody. Give it up for yourselves. Give it up for Michael, the best MC in the game. He does have a tip jar out. Everyone make sure to pay up. You know
Which all that money's going to him, which is why... And to accompany him on stage, she's an LA Times staff writer. Please welcome Stephanie Brejo.
Thank you. Oh my gosh.
If you can't tell by the microphones, we will be doing a faithful dramatic reenactment of Britney Spears' 2006 VMA performance. Stephanie, take it away.
That actually might be like 2002.
I didn't know you had it like that, though.
I got it like that. I saw her at the Forum. Very invested. Love Brit. So, Josh, tell us a little bit about Mythical. Tell us a little about what you do, and then tell us a little bit about what we're going to be making today.
I'm so glad you asked. First of all, give it up for all the people whose names aren't on signs who are actually cooking you food tonight. I've worked events like this. These are incredibly tough. It's super rad they're doing for that. And thank you all so much for being here. Mythical. So I host a cooking channel called Good Mythical Morning. No, I host a cooking channel called Mythical Kitchen. A lot of my team members are here. They wouldn't be possible without them. Give it up for all those people sitting right there. We also host a show called Last Meals. It's one of my favorite things that we do. We have celebrity guests on, and I actually get to sit down with them and eat their last meal while I talk to them about death and grieving and all that super fun, funny stuff. But I thought about my own last meal one day, and it would absolutely be this, what we call in the cookbook, the carne asada burrito of death. If I had one thing to eat before I finally kicked the bucket, paid the piper, returned to dust, it would be a San Diego-style carne asada burrito from specifically a taqueria called Simply Toes. That's right. You've been to Alberto's, you have been to Roberto's, you have been to Dagoberto's, you have been to Gilberto's, all of the fantastic Erto's taquerias. My favorite one is in Oceanside, California, simply called Toes, and that's the homage tonight.
Well, there's kind of a reason for that historically, too, right? We were just talking about the fact that, I grew up in LA, went to high school, though, in San Diego, and so I hit a few Albertos myself. I don't know if they're necessarily toes, but they're all sort of kind of related, right? They come from the same family tree.
Yeah, so Gustavo Arellano, one of my favorite writers of all time, wrote a book called Taco Madness, How Mexican Food Conquered America. He tells a story in there. It was taquero Roberto Robledo from San Luis Potosi, Mexico, came up to San Isidro and opened a tortilleria with his cousin. They then went up to National City. Shout out to the Filipino community in National City. Where are the Filipinos at? Woo! Let's go, baby. You know what I'm talking about. He opened a taqueria called Roberto's in National City, and then they started exploding. He brought some cousins from home to help, and then they left to open taquerias called Roberto's. Roberto Robledo walks into their taquerias one day and goes, yo, you're not making the rice fresh. You're not making the beans fresh. You're not allowed to use my freaking name anymore, dude. And then they're like, great, we're just going to change it to Alberto's. And then that process literally repeats itself until you have Dagoberto's and Albatros and all the other toes. And they've all used the same red and yellow color scheme. And so that's how we find all of these delicious menu items like 3 rolled tacos with guacamole. If anybody has ordered that at a taqueria, I see Dylan nodding right there. He knows what's up. If anybody's ordered that, that is thanks to Roberto Robledo and his taqueria in San Isidro in 1971.
Yeah, so I feel like let's get cooking. We can talk as we cook.
Cooking, man. What are we doing? You're the one freaking delaying over here.
This is your thing. I'm just kind of hanging out. So, we'll talk just a little bit about like what is in your last meal burrito. There's a lot of meat up here. I don't know if you guys can see. There's a lot of meat. This is like, I don't know why I'm so pop star early aughts vibe, but it's kind of giving Lady Gaga flank steak meat dress right now.
We actually sourced all of this. This is secondhand meat from Lady Gaga's meat dress. We don't believe in food waste up here. No, we got a full pound of flat meat. It's one of my favorite cuts to use for carne asada. Obviously, carne asada literally translates to like grilled meat. And if you go to a spot like Sonora Town in Los Angeles, which I think is maybe the best bite of food you can eat in the entire damn city, they only season their carne asada. It's costillitas, or the rib meat that they grill over, I believe, mesquite wood from Sonora, and they only season it with salt. The taquerias that I grew up with, though, that ain't what they're doing. No, they're taking flat meat, they're chopping it up, and they're throwing it on a flat top. And that's what I'm used to eating from growing up, and that's how I still make my carne asada burritos this day. So I'm just like cubing this up hella small, and I'm just gonna get it marinated, and we're gonna toss it in a pan.
Yeah, so can anybody use like any kind of meat? Is this a specific cut? What's the vibe?
Any kind of meat. I'll tell you what, though, if it was my actual last meal, and I've done this before, I think it might be bad juju, but I still did it. But I got like an American Wagyu out of Lone Mountain Farms in New Mexico. They do like incredible DNA tested American Wagyu, and I took one of their ribeyes and I pounded it out and I chopped it up and I made this burrito out of a Wagyu ribeye.
So this is like a very fancy.
Yeah. But hey, man, you go to Ralph's, you get that $5.99 a pound flat meat. I mean, like inflation's going on, so like $8.99 a pound flat meat. But you get some of that, man, that's about as good as it gets.
Yeah. Well, so talk to us a little bit about the burritos of yore that you grew up with. What makes them so special, and what
the burritos of yore.
The burritos of yore. What and let's talk about burrito composition as well. Like, what makes a good burrito?
Okay, so it's really interesting because you do find that it's incredibly regional, right?
Mm-hmm.
So burritos, like, y'all came here for a history lesson, and I'm sorry, but I'm gonna keep talking about it. Burritos, they think likely started in Juarez, Mexico, right? Like a kind of border town thing. They were like super thin flour tortillas rolled up, really small, like a cigar. The ends were actually open on them, so they weren't closed. And then like you see this regional split start to happen. So you go up to San Francisco, you got the Mission Burrito, which is what like Chipotle burritos are based off of. My old colleague Bill Esparza used to call them pregnant pillowcases filled with rice. So that's the thing. But San Diego, to me, you got the Cali burritos with the French fries, the carne asada, guac, pico, all that. But my single favorite burrito, the only ingredients in here, it's cheese, carne asada, pico de gallo, guacamole, rolled up in a flour tortilla that has so much lard in it that it's actually translucent. You can hold up the tortilla and you can read a newspaper through it. That's how much lard is in it, and that's how thin they are. Can you hand me that big old bowl right there?
You know it.
Thanks, dude.
So you're a no rice, no beans kind of guy.
Listen, I get down with a rice and beans filled burrito. One of my favorites in LA is actually, so there's a bar called Bigfoot West. If you were there playing trivia on Wednesday nights between the years of like 2015 and 2018, you probably lost to my trivia team. It was called My Couch Pulls Out. I Don't. That's not important. But that was the trivia team name. That's all I'm saying.
It's a good thing this is the 21 and up night.
What? Is it? Oh, God, where the kids at? But anyways, there's a spot called Tacos Tomix out there, and they make my favorite al pastor in the city. And you get a burrito after like a couple $5 Manhattans, on the happy hour menu.
Yeah, of course.
The rice and beans. The rice is this Halloween Town orange color, and it just soaks up all the liquor.
Good.
So like,
yeah.
I get down with the rice and burrito. We're gonna dump in. We got onion powder, we got garlic powder, we got paprika. I have this theory that if your food is vaguely orange, it's gonna taste a lot better. And so that's why we're dumping a bunch of paprika in here. Paprika, for people that don't know, what's paprika? Do you know what it is? Dried bell pepper, that's right. So it's literally like, one, I'm proud of both of you, proud of everybody who yelled it out. I think positive reinforcement's key. But like literally, you got dried onion, dried garlic, and dried bell pepper. It's not gonna add a ton of flavor, but it's gonna make it vaguely orange. And I think that makes your food taste a lot better.
It's a good rule of thumb.
Isn't it though?
Yeah, it is.
You know what I mean?
Also, I appreciate it. No measurements, just vibes happening. This is how I cook. The cookbook does have measurements if you do choose to do that
they
as well.
mean nothing though, man. You measure it with your soul.
You do measure with your soul.
Gonna drop a little bit of oil in there just to sort of give
Little bit.
the seasoning some moisture. What I like to do is you gotta go in there with your hands and you gotta sort of crush it up. It's really important that you let this sit for like half an hour before you actually cook, because that way it gives the salt time to actually penetrate the fibers in the meat. It creates what's called a reverse osmotic reaction. What's a reverse osmotic reaction? Dang, how's he getting everything? Somebody stump this man. Come up with a question that he can't answer.
This is like the information splash zone. I'm so sorry to all of you right here. You're gonna get.
I'm sorry and you're welcome. Story of my life.
Well, one of the things that I really love about your work, Josh, is that, it's fun, it's completely unhinged, but there's actually a lot of science that goes on behind the scenes. You do a lot of research, there's a lot of history, there's a lot of reverse osmosis.
Which one of these do you think that I made, and which one do you think was sitting?
I honestly wasn't paying attention. I feel like maybe this one is sitting, because this one's got more granules.
Yeah, that one's been sitting.
Yeah.
You can tell the way like the flesh cures. Yeah. Also, anybody weirded out by just eating raw grocery store steak?
Guys, whom's here doesn't love a good beef tartare with grocery store steak?
They're not doing anything special in restaurants to make that steak safe. Like, that's just a steak that they're chopping up raw. You're just paying $18 for it. You know what I mean? Inflation, $26 for it. All right. Pan's hot. Oh, we're gonna fry up some carne asada. You want to start chopping something? You have not been a great sous chef this whole time.
I'm so sorry.
You were doing an
I'm
awful
just hanging
job.
out. I don't even have a knife, so how can I chop with that
If
knife?
this was Kitchen Nightmares, dude, you would have been out of there. I would have called you a
I would have been
donut.
so out. He would have yelled at me and I would have cried, and I would have left.
He yells because he cares.
That's true. That actually probably is true about him. What do you need me to chop? What
We actually did have Gordon Ramsay on Last Meals, which is a real trip. And he really does yell because he cares. I don't know that that's essentially appropriate, or you should do that, but he believes it.
These are nice knives, by the way. All right, what do we need?
Solid. Okay, chef, so we're gonna make the pico. We're gonna cook this off. We're gonna let it settle for a sec. Then we're gonna actually refire it and try and get a little bit of steam to sort of like emulsify with that fat, because I think the self-saucing steak is a big part of this burrito. But if you want to concasse those tomatoes, I want to fine dice on that onion, chef. Give me a mid dice on that avocado. I want you to pick every single cilantro leaf clean. If you don't do it in 30 seconds, I'm going to do my best impression of Jeremy Allen White in The Bear.
You're kind of already doing that.
I'm just going to be like smoking a cigarette and looking off in the distance, looking so sexy. God, he's so hot. He is. Rat Boy Summer, we're here, baby.
We're here.
Anybody who understands the Rat Boy Summer reference, spend less time on the internet.
I was gonna say we're all too online here.
I know.
Unfortunately.
I know.
We're just gonna mince
Let that
these up.
steak cook. Here, I'm gonna do the old super food safe move. Flip the cutting board. Yo, throw me a tomato, or throw me an avocado. Throw me something. Throw me something. Let me chop.
So terrified right now.
Steph, what would you're like a worldly woman. You've traveled the globe and traveled Los Angeles, eating all the best foods. What would your last meal be if you had one thing
man,
to eat?
come on. It's tough. You know what I really appreciate about your show, though, is that people
Who wants an
come on
avocado
there-
pit?
Plant it. I really respect it when the people come on your show and they have like 12 courses for their last meal, and I feel
Yeah.
like that's like the real alpha move, is to just come in there and. So I don't know. I feel like I'd want something really comforting, maybe like a giant, really good wedge of like eggplant parm.
Oh,
I'd
we've
want-
not had a single eggplant parm yet, but that is a
How
great,
is that possible?
great candidate.
That's crazy. I would want
What's
sushi.
an avocado pit?
Take it. Actually, some of my favorite sushi is going to be here tomorrow and on Sunday. Brothers Sushi.
Oh,
If you could
Brothers
replicate
Sushi. Huge
everything
fan.
they do, I would
Man.
love that. If I keep adding courses, does my death get delayed?
Yeah, so nobody has ever done that yet, where it's, I would like to be at the Sizzler all-you-can-eat salad bar, and you can never kick me out. I will say, I've been kicked out of an all-you-can-eat buffet before.
What?
It was in Reno, Nevada, and no, I'm not over it. I paid the $11.99. I'm allowed to be there. But no, it really happened. They actually had to march the manager out and sort of give a bit of like a faux congratulations. It was like, boys, congrats, you have beaten the house. We would love for you to leave. We'll give you a mimosa to go. And that's maybe Yeah, maybe my proudest moment in life.
Was it a time limit thing, or was it that you'd eaten too much? Did you ask them?
I believe the term is they believe there was a good faith arrangement with us that we would not stay for 7 hours.
That is.
And indeed, we stayed for 7 hours.
You broke a good faith arrangement.
Hey man, Fantasy Football Draft 2018. Never forget.
I'm really into that.
We should narrate the cooking that we're doing.
Oh yeah, we're just like hanging out.
So we got Steph's chopping up some pico de gallo right now. Pico de gallo literally translates to beak of the rooster. But like you get the fresh tomatoes in there. It kind of coalesces with all that delightful steak fat. And then my little cheater hack, if you're too lazy to make a proper guacamole from scratch, you dump some avocado in there. You make the pico. You thwap some of the pico into the avocado. Boom. That's guac. You're throwing it in a burrito, man, with something called flat meat. Like you don't need the best guac in the world.
Do we want all these tomatoes, or are these like for show?
Oh, that's more than enough, man.
All right,
That's
cool.
more than enough. Hold on, where we got? All right, cool. I got your onions. This is who wants a serrated knife?
Perfect.
Okay, cool. You got tomatoes going. I'm gonna get some onion going.
Oh, your chopping skills are way better than mine.
No,
This
stop
is-
it,
oh,
dude.
come on,
It's
come
all
on.
show, all
Oh,
fancy.
come on. Okay,
we
well,
did. We did once run. So I work with a lot of very talented chefs. A lot of them are sitting here. People that work for Michelin-starred restaurants and went to culinary school. I ain't do none of that. And so we thought it'd be funny one day if I could went through an actual culinary school test.
Did you
Nope.
pass? No.
Oh, terrible. Oh my God. Not at all. Do you see what's happening here?
Honestly, those
Smoke
look,
and mirrors.
those look very nice.
Can you
Chef.
toss that stuff in a bowl?
Yeah.
Thank you kindly. Here, I'll take the cilantro. Dice a little jalapeno as well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, wait, give me the big knife. Now, the big knives are fun.
Yeah, take the big knife.
Thank you. Cilantro, you get a lot of people that are really precious about picking cilantro. You know what cilantro stems taste like? Freaking cilantro, man. Like, just use it. Just chop it up. It's good. If you ever see a taquero chop cilantro, there ain't no picking the herbs. It's here because they got to move product. And so we're just going to give this a nice little rough chop. Toss in it. Can you juice a whole lime in there?
Yeah.
The secret, though, my favorite thing with pico is you got to salt it, you got to acidulate it, you got to add your lime. And then I actually give it a little hand crush. It almost half simulates a little molcajete action.
Mm-hmm.
I can't say hand crush and do that, but it's
Again,
half
21 and up tonight. 21 and up.
This is the After
We're doing
Dark
great. Hold
stream,
on.
baby.
Yeah. Josh After Dark.
What?
You guys should have seen him at Festival of Books. He took his shirt off. He did that. I was very worried about the hot grease stains,
Man.
but he was fine. He persevered.
My lovely fiance Julia's in the crowd, and she knows that I always cook shirtless. It's just good, man. I'm not gonna dirty a shirt. I'm not gonna do extra laundry, and that is my commitment to the environment. Save laundry, cook shirtless. I am a hero, I know.
But yeah, let's tell the people a little bit about how you got your start. How you went from no culinary skills to cooking for Gordon Ramsay.
Yeah, that's a hell of a story, dude. Who did it? What's up, Alex?
Is that one of your? That's one of your chefs.
That's
calling
the
you out
homie.
right
That
now?
dude was here, and it's a good tie-in. In the culinary bro down days, I was a 0-time All-American hammer thrower at UCLA. Go Bruins, baby! That's right. But I knew I wanted to get into food. I didn't have time to work in restaurants because I was doing all the sports stuff. So I started a food blog called culinarybrodown.com, and I just started writing recipes of stuff that I was making at the time. Deep fried mac and cheese, chimichangas, real garbage head type stuff, you know what I mean?
Nothing like a giant burrito.
You want some steak?
Yeah, always.
Hey, some steak. But I did that, and then I started working for Los Angeles Magazine, writing about all the fine restaurants in the city of Los Angeles. I did that thing where I started rolling down a hill, and I was like, if I can just tuck my shoulder, I'll turn into a little ball, and then we'll just see where the momentum goes, and I'm not going to stop until I hit a wall. And so I just kind of did. I kept writing. I kept putting myself out there, putting my food out there, my stories, and
it worked.
Now I'm on stage with you, dude.
Hello.
Let's go. Steak grease did hit me in the eye when our hands
I was
stopped.
really
love that.
worried about you cooking in the grease with your shirt off a few months
No
ago.
way,
It
man.
turns out it was this one.
I think I'm immune to grease. I'm gonna get a little bit of lime on that steak. I like getting some acid on there. Need a little bit more salt. Throw me a tortilla. Who wants a tortilla? Tway. I'm so sorry. That was a great catch, though. Okay, throw me another tortilla. I'm not gonna throw this one.
We
in the crowd.
only
I swear to
have
God.
one more.
We only have one more. You gotta ask her, man. All right. Do you know how to work the stove?
Absolutely not.
All right, fantastic. Oh, we got it.
That's the center one?
My last words to the producer backstage were, Bro, I'm great at pushing buttons. I know how to work a stove. And then I think I said I played a lot of Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2 growing up. You know what I'm talking about? You, what's the best song in the Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2 soundtrack? There's nothing from Offspring. We've officially stumped him.
Incredible.
The correct
work.
answer was Police Truck from Dead Kennedys. It's a good song. Good song. How did you get started in your career field? Because we've like known about each other for a long time, but it wasn't, I don't think we met in person until a wine bar comedy show circa 2021.
Was that, hosted by our dear friend Carl Hess.
Dear friend
at
Carl
Melody
Hess.
Wine Bar. Keep an eye out for Amuse Bouche. Very fun event. It's, well, I've been at this for about 15 years now, which is crazy to say. But I didn't start out just covering food. I started out just kind of studying journalism in general, started with news and entertainment writing, graduated, was out in the world, and then I quickly, I'm also a photographer, and they started putting me on restaurant stories because you can write and shoot. They need photos for food, they need interiors, they need everything. And essentially, long story short, I realized that food beat is the best beat, and I don't know what I was doing with the rest of my time, and dedicated my entire career basically to it.
I love that, man.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
If you weren't covering food, what are your other passions? 'Cause I've noticed there are a lot of people. Anthony Bourdain's one of my heroes, right? He was also super passionate about music, about politics, and so many chefs, right? They wish they could be rock stars. Rock stars wish they could be chefs. There's a whole overlap there. What would you be if not for like a food journalist? Oh, quick cooking break. I'm griddling a bunch of cheese on there. I don't say to do that in the cookbook, but a little bit of like queso frico right there. Can you like just schlep off some of the schmutz on there? So I got raw meat and crap all over that. You don't need, if you're a seasoned professional like myself, you don't even need a spatula. You can just use your hands on this.
To answer your question, when I was in college, back in like the really cool indie aughts days, RIP, miss him forever, really wanted to work for like Paste magazine. Do you remember Paste?
Paste, I sure do.
Paste with they were based in Georgia. They're still around, but they got rid of the print magazine, and they used to come with a really cool sampler CD. It's how you found out about all sorts of things. Andrew Bird, all these musicians back in like 2007 that were like very cool when you were like 19 years old. So yeah, I don't know. That was kind of what I thought I wanted to do. I remember I cold emailed a bunch of them, and they were like, yeah, you could come intern for us if you fully pay your way to Georgia, and it was just crazy. I mean, this was back in the day when media didn't have to pay you for internships too, so it was a very different time. But food beats the best beat. I fully maintain that 1,000% to this day. Obviously, we are here right now. I get to cover all sorts of cool stuff, restaurants, trends. Look at this pour. Look at this pour.
That's art, baby. All right.
I get to cover you making a burrito. Let's go. All right.
I'm so sorry.
Here,
you should have been interviewing presidents right now.
How do you roll this beast?
I'm so glad you asked. So what it's really about, a lot of great burrito artists, you'll sort of spread the filling. You got to create a barrier up top here. You want to really sink the hips. This is all about really throwing that right hip into it. This is definitely already overstuffed. So I've kind of cooked the goose right here. But it's all about a well-placed pinky can go a long way. This guy knows what I'm talking about, right?
That's exactly what she said.
Just a couple, 1 to 2 to 3. Depending on what kind of party you're throwing. All right. So now we got a nice petite burrito. Gonna just smash that right on the griddle.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. Big fan. You gotta sear both sides. 'Cause when you sear the fold side, it's almost like sealing a dumpling, right? You're getting that kind of steam action going on.
A lot of burrito spots also will do the cheese crust on the outside. You did cheese crust on the inside. Why is that?
Cheese crust on the inside. I'll tell you what, that was an ad lib. That was me not being confident in my own abilities because I don't even like the crispy cheese thing. It was just there in, you ever get intrusive thoughts?
All the time.
You're holding, you guys know what I'm talking about? You're holding your phone near an open window and you're like, what if I threw this? Yeah, you get it. What if I threw this out? That was that with the cheese. Wish I wouldn't have done that. Don't like the flavor of crispy cheese. We already got the flavor of crispy steak. Why do we need cheese?
Some people love it.
Some people love it. I hope you do. I think we're the only ones eating this burrito. There's, frankly,
maybe we can have a line if people want to come up and we can feed them the burrito.
Yeah, if you guys are worried about cross-contamination from raw steak, we ate the raw steak, and
We're fine.
We're kick-ass.
We're
Like, we're
clearly we're great.
Arguably the pinnacles of health, I'd say.
We're great. But yeah, maybe we can. I mean, there might be some health law against that, but people want to come up and we can give them a piece of steak from our hands.
I think that'd be
feel
really
like
nice.
That'd be really nice.
That'd
yeah.
be really nice. All right, now the big reveal. We got the cameras doing a close-up. All right.
Cutting it at an angle a little bit. For
Gotta
like a
cut it
little
at an
fancy.
angle. Normally I would wrap this. Look at that. You guys
It
see
looks
that?
nice. It is.
You gotta, here's the
it
real
is
pro move though
dripping-
is,
It is dripping everywhere, but it's.
call it a burrito bong. Someone pour some mezcal in here. Let's get ripped.
If I pour salsa, will it come out the bottom for you?
Yeah, actually it would.
Exactly. Perfect.
It would. Here,
That's
pick
amazing.
that up. Let's
Yeah.
take a bite.
Should we,
Oh,
this
that's
is-
it. That's
this
all
is
we're
gonna
doing
drip
is making the
everywhere.
carne asada burrito of death. Cheers, y'all. Thanks for being
Cheers,
out there.
guys. Cheers. Yeah, does anybody have any questions? I'm going to get this all over the mic.
Right on.
Oh, it's really pretty good.
Where else would you rather be? Hold on, man. Come on.
It's good.
Hit him with that Britney 2002 high note. Come on now. Yeah. Yeah. Those back then. You know what I mean?
I do kind of feel like, speaking of San Diego, this could benefit from becoming like a California burrito. Throw some French fries in here.
I'm so glad you asked. You throw French fries. One, thank you all so much for coming out to see. You were lovely. You were absolutely lovely.
Anybody want some steak?
Thank you all
Anybody?
so much. If
thank
anybody
you.
wants to come here and take a bite out of the burrito,
We'll
you're allowed
hold
to do that.
We'll
No?
hold it for you. No
Our
takers?
legal team is saying we're not allowed to do that.
No
Michael's our
takers?
legal team. He's a lawyer.
Do you want some, Michael? All right.
It's really nice.
It's pretty good.
Josh will be signing
Hey, guys.
copies of his book, The Mythical Cookbook, directly behind you at the Book Soup tent. Once again, buy a copy of his book,
guys wanna
and
buy it?
you get a free tote. Buy 2 copies in case you want to cook from it more than once. Stick around at 10 o'clock, so in about a half an hour, we've got Tway Win. Yes, she's right here. Enjoy yourselves. Lots of food, lots of drink. Come on back. LA Times Food Bowl presented by City National Bank. Thank you so much, everyone.
It's pie dough. We're making pie dough.
Hi, I'm Stephanie Brazier with the LA Times Food Section, and I'm here today with Courtney McBroom, the culinary consultant for the fantastic Apple TV Plus show.
Very important.
Lessons in Chemistry, wherein food plays a pivotal part of the storyline, especially for star Brie Larson, who has a wonderful TV series back in the 1950s about chemistry and cooking for your family. One of the main forces who made all of that happen was, of course, Courtney. So today, Courtney is going to show us how to make a perfect pie.
Called apiogenesis. And it's a nod to the show because Elizabeth and Calvin were studying abiogenesis, which is the beginning of all life. That's what the whole thing that they were doing in the show was all about. This is apiogenesis because this is the beginning of a pie's life. It's pie dough. We're making pie dough. Start with flour, my friend. 2.5 cups to be exact.
Talk to me a little bit about, I guess, bringing chemistry into food, and did you have to teach your longtime friend, Brie Larson?
She's a great cook. I mostly just taught her how to finesse. You want to cut the butter?
I'll cut the butter. Let's do it.
Do you want the cool, awesome knife, or do you want like the pastry knife? This is like technically what you should use, but I feel like this knife is awesome, and just cut it into cubes.
Perfect.
We're gonna create some gluten in this pie crust.
Excellent.
You know about gluten, right?
Of course, gluten is not the devil, by the way.
We actually want to have a little bit of gluten in the pie crust, not too much. You want it to be like flaky and not tough, but it's good to create a little bit because it gives that little bit of a bite.
You also read the script and you weighed in with some thoughts for the character and the cooking of all that.
Yeah.
What was that process like?
It was actually one of the coolest processes of my life. I had no idea what I was getting myself into. I'd never worked on a TV show before. I think it's in the first episode. The director, Sarah Dina Smith, she directed the first 2 episodes. She's amazing, but she hadn't worked a ton with food. And she's also a vegetarian, which is so funny because it was like this beautiful meat lasagna.
Yeah, there's a lot of meat.
Today, we will be making a fan favorite, lasagna.
And I was kind of directing Sarah as Sarah was directing Brie to make the lasagna, so it kind of felt like I was getting to be a director.
Yeah, basically.
And it was easily the coolest moment of my life.
That's
amazing.
amazing.
I was like, all right, tell her to go. And she's like, go. And I'm like, okay, that's good enough. Stop stirring. Stop stirring. I'm like, okay, it needs to be steamier.
You controlled the director.
Yes,
Yeah.
I was Ratatouille.
What more does any chef want, honestly?
So let's make something hearty. Let's make something delicious.
Do you want to get your hands in or do you want me to?
Always. That's the thing about cooking, you gotta get in.
So toss it around, get all the butter cubes
fully coated,
and then squish them between your hands.
Oh yeah.
It's really important to have like a good salty.
Oh, salt and sweet is a classic.
It's
classic.
And we're also gonna add some sugar to it.
You actually, I guess, made and styled, right?
Yeah, all of the food that Elizabeth Zott had anything to do with was me.
Incredible.
And food is its own character on the show. It's like the catalyst to so many of the connections that happen. It's true.
Yeah.
Like it's true to life, you know? Like that's how it is in life too. Like Elizabeth and Calvin fall in love over lunch.
It smells good. Is that mashed potatoes?
There's this huge potluck, and it's like everyone comes together, everyone brings their food, and to me, it's so beautiful and symbolic of like the whole meaning of the show, which is about connection and about like sticking through like thick and thin with your friends, and like what better way to do that than with food?
Yeah.
Food is how we do that.
And it's community, yeah. It builds community around them.
I'm obsessed with vintage cookbooks.
Oh my God, me too.
Particularly like the Betty Crocker recipe card collection. Do you know that one?
Oh, absolutely.
I love that one. And like all the food of that time is so weird. One of my favorite things is raw pie dough.
Oh my God. There are so few ingredients in a good pie dough.
You have to have the best ones.
You have to have really good ones, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just doing light flouring. I'm gonna get pie dough everywhere, but that's okay.
Why is it important to use cold butter?
Because you want there to be butter chunks. You want the butter chunks to remain, because whenever you put it in the oven and it melts, then the steam creates a pocket of steam, and that's what makes it flaky. So if it's not cold butter, then it'll just be like making cookie dough. You know, the butter will be too emulsified. We're not looking for that.
They're like ribbons of butter.
Can you see the ribbons?
And that's exactly what you want. Exactly what you want.
Yes, it's perfect.
I feel like we really crushed this.
This is something that's kind of cool that we're gonna do differently. We're gonna actually put a fold in, like puff pastry style fold into this dough to help create even more layers. We're kind of like doing like a blitz puff pastry.
And so what does this technique lend to the finished pie crust?
So it's literally creating more layers for extra flakiness.
Perfect. We love it.
And that's science. That's just plain science. So the savory galette, which you can get the recipe for this pie dough and also the galette and the lasagna and all of the lessons in chemistry recipes at lessonsinchemistryrecipes.com. For the galette, all you would do is simply put the filling in it and then fold it over. So you just kind of like push it in on
like the
edges.
heel of your hand.
Yeah. You can just kind of trim around so it's like the same length. Do you want to try a crimp?
Oh yeah. So we'll just do a little crimpy crimp.
Well, no.
Okay.
I think it's easier to do it. Sorry, that actually is fine. That's fine. Look what we made.
We did it with science.
Yes, science. I'm really looking forward to the LA Times Food Bowl this September 20th, 21st, and 22nd. I'm gonna head straight to the Burritos La Palma booth and get all of the burritos. They're so good, and they're tiny. They're like little burritos, so you can have more than one. It's the best thing about them.
People versus food again. I hope you have been having a super tasty night, eating all the most delicious bites from LA Food Bowl. Trevor, that was your boy up on stage just now, right?
Yeah, you know, that's my guy, my OG, my slime, mythical chef Josh. You know, chopping it up on stage. You know, he's putting together a fun show, funny and educational as always. You know, I'm really proud of him. You know, it brings a tear to my eye. You know, they grow up so fast. So
Well, he put on a great show and he made a great burrito. And honestly, this place is just full of amazing food, and we have just been eating our way through the Paramount Studios lot.
Mhm.
So we wanted to share some of our favorite bites with you guys. So may I present? This is a lobster roll from Salty Girl.
Yeah, okay,
So
this
Trevor, why
is-
don't you give it a try?
This is I've had 4 of these.
Yeah.
I've had 4 of these.
Yes.
I need someone else to eat this. I've had too many. I need you to tell me how good it is. Get in there, Benny.
Wow, I'm excited. Here we go.
It looks gorgeous.
Oh my God. It's so, look at that just big old whole piece of lobster. Oh, he went back in
Down
for
half.
it. That's
All
my
right.
guy. Dude.
So how's the New England lobster roll? Can't even talk.
Yeah. Really good. No, the bread is so buttery. I don't know. I love it. I'll probably go back for another one.
Honestly, I think we could all go back for some more.
Yeah.
So that is from Salty Girl, which is a seafood restaurant in West Hollywood. And they have over 130 variations of tinned seafood. 130. So that was one of their lobster rolls.
Jesus. 100 and
If you
what?
want seafood, 130 variations of tinned seafood.
Benison, best lobster roll ever? Yes. Yeah. Absolutely.
All right, Salty Girl. Hell yeah. Our next bite that we're going to go to is from the Holy Grail Donuts.
Can I eat the donut?
Yes,
Can I eat the
go for
donut?
it,
Yeah, okay,
please.
I'm eating the donut. Tell us what it is. It's on a cute stick. So I believe when I asked, they said that it has cacao nib powder on the outside, gonna be delicious. But the real secret, it's got taro in it. Yeah. So it makes for a really lovely texture, so I'm told.
The other secret is that it's also deep fried in organic coconut oil.
Whoa!
So there's a lot of really nice seasonal flavors in that.
It's basically a healthy donut with no calories that makes you live longer.
Exactly.
So, that's what I've heard. That's what word on the street is.
Yeah?
Oh my God!
What are you feeling?
This is an amazing donut. Wait a minute. I gotta go get my donuts from a new place now. This is so cool.
Honestly, it's kind of changed the way that I feel about donuts.
It tastes like I'm eating a big Cocoa Puff in the best way possible. You gotta try this, Holy Grail.
You're going cocoa for cocoa donuts.
Yep. Cuckoo for cocoa donuts.
Cuckoo for cocoa donuts.
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
You said it, not me.
Our next bite is from Amigo Amore, which is a beautiful beef chile rigatoni pasta.
Have you had this yet? Yeah. Yeah.
I do. You should have it again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so
bad.
good.
My beautiful girlfriend behind the camera, this is her favorite. She loves this, so I can see how jealous she is back there.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good. It's Chile Colorado, and it's delicious.
Can you say that for me one more time?
Chile Colorado.
Okay. No. A second time.
Chile that they use. Chile Colorado.
And the flavor of that
Chile Colorado
is delicious, it seems.
In case you couldn't get it, it's chile colorado.
I still don't got it. Still don't got it at all.
So in the beef chili, it's got a really nice crema on top of it as well. So you kind of get a little bit of tang from the cream and also a nice savory bit from the beef chili.
Incredible.
Our next bite is from the iconic Mariscos Jalisco food truck, which is also the Gold Award winner for this year from the LA Food Bowl, or the LA Times.
Oh,
so who wants to try
the award-winning taco?
This is a shrimp taco.
I Betty, it's got your name.
I want the award-winning taco.
Betty wants the award-winning taco.
Thank you. Yes, I'd like the award-winning taco.
Here we go. Let's see how many awards this can win.
Oh, let's hear the crunch.
Let's hear it.
Yeah, that's the important part. Is it going to get the Benny Award?
It indeed gets the Benny Award.
Benny Award.
It gets 2 Benny Awards. 2.
Wow, my goodness.
So this place won the Gold Award for popularizing shrimp tacos all over LA. They are one of the most OG shrimp taco
The shrimp's
places.
got some bounce to it. It's delicious.
Yeah.
I like that.
It's not the only thing that has some bounce to it.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh my God. All right, and then our last bite is from Chow Krung Thai, which is one of the oldest Thai restaurants in LA. It was established in 1969.
Got your name on it, man.
Just get in here.
That's for you.
Ooh, yeah.
All
Ooh.
right. Is a little pork belly on here?
Yeah, this is crispy pork pad Thai.
Oh my God, yeah.
Ooh, good bite. No, he needs a moment.
This is a private moment. Stop looking at me. That's so good. Oh my God.
Yeah.
What's the flavor?
That pork belly is so crispy. That's unbelievable. No, that's delicious. You got good.
Yeah, Minnesota, you should try it. Oh, that's such a sweet moment.
How crispy is that?
Man, that's
do we agree that these are the best 5? Oh,
I have got one more bite for you guys.
Yes.
We have talked about caviar this whole time. So Durasti gave us bumps.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Thank you so much, Durasti.
Hey, Durasti.
Cheers, everyone.
Cheers. Oh, no, I'm saying right.
That is some beautiful caviar.
Wow. That is so good. I cannot.
Well, thank you guys so much for watching
God.
our segment. Be sure to check us out throughout the whole weekend. We're going to be live streaming with the LA Food Bowl all weekend long. Check us out on the website, latimes.com, or on X. You'll get to see some more bites tomorrow and on Sunday.
More bites.
More bites.
I want more bites.
Tune in.
Get a ticket if you haven't yet.
You have to.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Do it.
Oh, we got to get more of that caviar.
Dude, I'm coming back tomorrow.
We should all come back tomorrow.
Yeah.
No, that's
legendary.
not okay. That's not okay. How good that caviar
I'm never
is.
gonna taste something like that in my life
Like
again.
a full, you could give me a cup full of that, like a quarter cup, and I'd just be
Yes.
That's
Absolutely.
oh my God.
I feel like
That's so funny. I was like, there's no way. And then Raven started sneaking out. That's so funny.
What do you think?
Hi, I'm Mary
Mary Sue Milliken. I'm a chef and owner of restaurants in Los Angeles and Palm Springs in Las Vegas, Socolo Border Grill, and today I'm here in this gorgeous test kitchen of the LA Times to show you my favorite at-home recipe, which is a recipe for ribs. And it's gonna be summer, so it's a good time to share this recipe with you. I love these pork ribs. I like to, take them out of the package. They usually come in plastic packages, and then I just like to dry them really well. After all these years of being a chef, I've learned a lot. And one of the things that I don't eat a lot of meat, but when I do eat meat, I love a really good quality, and I like to treat it with so much respect. So the thing I've learned about like a roast chicken or these ribs is I salt them carefully and pepper them and then put this rub of herbs on and let them sit overnight uncovered in my refrigerator to dry a little bit. All the flavors kind of concentrate into the meat and, it's just a far superior result. And I like to put this on first, just to make sure that I'm hitting every little nook and cranny of the ribs so that it's kind of like almost like a cure, a light cure. And I like to put it on the edges, on the bones. Then I'm gonna let this just sit for a moment while I make the paste, which is gonna be made up of sage leaves. And I should also mention that this recipe is inspired by a recipe in Bruce Adele's pork book, because he has a beautiful recipe for, I think they're like Italian-inspired ribs. But I have upped the amount of herbs and fennel seeds by like 3 or 4 times. So these are all kind of what I would call the sturdier herbs. They're not the soft herbs like basil and parsley and cilantro, and these will hold up really well for this use. Hold up to both the fatty pork, and we're gonna use some balsamic vinegar, and we're also gonna use some hot chili pepper with a little bit of a bite. So we're definitely, these heartier herbs, sturdier herbs, hold up to those flavors better than the soft ones, in my opinion. I love thyme. Some of the top ends of the branches are pretty innocuous, so I don't take them off. I just take as much of the bottom part of the leaves off and leave the really tough part of the stem there. And then, but there's other times when like the thyme can be leggy and not very easy to clean, and that's when I take it from the bottom, and then I take because the top is just gonna come off, but if you can go backwards on it, that really works really well. Yes, I grew up eating pork ribs in Michigan on the beach, grilling over live coals, and the glaze, unlike my mom's, which was the ketchup-based, very sweet one, this one is more acidic. So it's balsamic vinegar, basically, with just a little bit of the juice that collects in the foil when I cook this slowly over indirect heat. And that's it. I'll put them in the bowl, actually, and then I'm gonna add a good amount of garlic. I want to add some spice. So I like anything you have at home. If it's crushed red pepper, that's fine. This is an Urfa chili. It's got a real earthy kind of flavor. This one is called Aleppo, which is of course Syrian. And I also love that. So I'm gonna use about a teaspoon of each of those. But whatever you have at home will work fine, as long as it adds some kick. The other thing that really makes this recipe sing, in my opinion, is the fennel seeds. And it's a lot. Way more than Bruce Adele puts in his. You can see that they're pretty pulverized, but a little bit of texture left. And then I'm gonna moisten everything with just a splash of olive oil. Not too much, because I want it to really stick to the ribs. I'm gonna put this on both sides, and then I'm gonna let it sit overnight in the refrigerator to cure. And the thing about ribs that's cool, they sit with like an air pocket underneath. So you don't even have to put it on a rack. Sometimes I do, but because these bones are gonna hit the bottom of the cookie sheet, it's kind of an automatic lift so the air can circulate all around. What I'm gonna do is just put it in the refrigerator like this and let it cure overnight for about 24 hours until it's, like I said, a little dehydrated, a little bit more condensed in flavor. Imagine that our ribs have been drying out in the refrigerator overnight, and now they're ready to start to cook. So I'm gonna cut them in half so it's a little bit easier to handle, just like that. And then I'm gonna wrap them really well in foil. And I'm gonna cook them indirectly. I like to use a double piece of foil so that I can make sure that I collect all the juice inside. This is another sort of little trick that chefs, I think, have discovered over time that just concentrates the flavors. Because we're gonna cook this inside this package. If I just cooked it on the fire the whole time, all the beautiful aromas that would be coming into the air would be leaving the pork and going into the great atmosphere, when you'd rather have them all concentrated right inside there. Wrap it up like this, and then I'm going to cook it over indirect heat at about 300 degrees on the grill, or if you wanted to do this on in your oven, you can do that as well. Depending on how thick the ribs are, about an hour to an hour and 20 minutes. Just want it to cook until it's not quite falling off the bone, but has still some chew, because the next step after the par cooking is going to be to put it on a hotter grill over direct heat and glaze it with the balsamic. So these ribs have cooked now for about an hour and 10 minutes. I've been moving them around. This side of the grill is off. Well, this side of the grill is on quite hot. So this is the indirect part. It's definitely warming up and becoming cooked for sure. The way I check is just to push my finger, and if I can get in between those bones, I feel like that's enough. That's what they look like. I'm gonna capture this beautiful pork juice in a little pot here to make sure that I put that flavor right back into the dish. I'm going to make this glaze. I'm gonna go ahead and put some on top before we put it on the hotter part of the grill. I always cut the ribs into the piece, single ribs, because these are so meaty, like I said earlier. They're absolutely gorgeous and they're warm, which is the way you want them. They are pretty much all in addictive. You make these at home and I promise you're going to have a lot of fans. What do you think?
All right, real quick, just a reminder, please, at the food stage, chef and social media star Tway Wynn. She's on right now at the LA Times food stage. Catch her right now.
All right, always love to get introduced by the DJ for the evening. So how's everybody doing tonight? We're having a good time. We're getting some bites. We're getting some drinks. Well, thank you guys for all coming out to day one of the LA Times Food Bowl, sponsored by City National Bank. We thank you guys all for coming out. Don't forget, when you take photos and post, don't forget to tag hashtag LA Food Bowl. But without further ado, I'm privileged to present our next author. She is a new to the scene TikTok star. How many of you follow her on TikTok? There we go. So she doesn't really need much of an introduction, but she has a new book, Day On, also her new restaurant, Didi. Please welcome Tway DeBay. Let's give it up for Tway Wynn.
Oh my God! Hi everyone, how are we feeling? Are we full? I'm kind of like uncomfortably full. Okay, let me put this over here. Shout out to Aquapana. If you're in the crowd, best water. I love water. Anyways, this is so cool because I'm so used to doing this in front of the camera, but not in front of a whole live audience. So this is really cool. Thank you for being here. I am so happy to be here. So today I am going to make my honey glazed shrimp. That is a recipe in my cookbook. And the reason why I decided for this recipe is because this was basically my first baby, like my first recipe that I've ever developed ever in my whole entire life. So a little bit of background on me. I didn't grow up cooking, but I grew up eating, and I love to eat. And that was the reason why I started cooking, because I love to eat, but I didn't know how to cook and make the food that I was eating, because my mom, she hated having people in her kitchen. I didn't know what I was doing, and I was always making a mess, so then she just hated me in her kitchen. So I never got to learn, and then I decided to, go to culinary school to learn how to make the food that I was eating. And during my time in culinary school, it was finals in a garde manger class, and I had to come up with a recipe, and this was what I came up with. It was the honey glazed shrimp. And the feedback that I got was so good that it gave me the confidence to keep going. And now we're here. I'm on stage at the LA Times Food Bowl. So thank you so much for being here. If you follow me on social media, if you've ever had my food at Didi, if you've ever gone to any of my pop-ups, thank you so much. So I think I'm gonna just get started. I kind of feel a little bit nervous, but you guys are so used to seeing me in front of the camera. I'm just not used to seeing so many eyes looking back at me. It's just kind of weird. But if you guys have any questions, just raise your hands, let me know. So it's kind of like in person, like in real time comments, I just can't block the trolls. I'm sure there won't be any trolls here, but whatever. So I'm gonna start off with 2 eggs, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna separate the yolks from the egg whites. Very nice. Thank you, thank you. Wait, who have seen my fried rice video where I like cracked an egg yolk, or I cracked 2 eggs with 2 hands? Nobody? Okay, well, I was going to do that, but I need to separate the yolks from the whites, so then I couldn't. Anyways, I need to whisk this. So what I'm doing here is I'm basically making like a whisk egg white like foam, so then I can coat my shrimp. And the reason why I like to do this egg white mixture is because it creates like a really nice foamy texture for the shrimp. Nice, light, airy. It's so weird because it's like when I'm filming a recipe video, I can cut and I can edit and I can make it entertaining, and I'm like, in real life, what do we talk about? But we're here. Do we have any questions so far? Nobody? You want to whisk it for me? Oh, okay. Well, I'm already done whisking. I really appreciate it, though. Okay. So, these shrimps right here, I love seafood so much. I am such a seafood girl. I think I thank God every day that I'm not allergic to seafood, because if I was, I don't know what I would do. But the reason why I decided to do this honey glazed shrimp is because I love seafood. And I love, like, when you bite into a thick, juicy shrimp, it's just like the most satisfying feeling in your mouth. So we have a nice, thick, juicy tiger prawn here that's been deveined and deshelled. Sorry guys, English is not my first language. My first language is Vietnamese. I learned English through watching SpongeBob and Anthony Bourdain. So I have SpongeBob humor here. So what I'm gonna do is coat the shrimp in the egg whites. And then I'm gonna coat it in this cornstarch mixture. Set it aside. I'm gonna just keep going with it. I feel like I'm not as entertaining as Josh, but he also had like a co-host, you know? I'm just like, I can't, it's okay. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Anyways, let's talk a little bit about my cookbook. So the reason why I decided to write this cookbook, honestly, was because I just wanted to give my little sister something that she can use to cook for herself and to take care of herself, because I grew up taking care of her. I came to America when I was 8 years old, and my sister was 2 years old, and my parents had to work a lot, and so I would be like second mom, and so I would take care of her a lot. And so this girl didn't grow up like cooking and like not doing much. She doesn't cook at all, and so I wanted to write this cookbook to like give her something, so then like she can start cooking for herself and taking care of herself, you know. And so I made these recipes really, really easy to follow. So if she can cook the recipes, you guys can cook the recipes. Anyways, I'm just gonna keep coating this shrimp. What's my favorite recipe in the cookbook? I have a few favorites. This is definitely like top 3 recipe. I think my other favorites are the shaking beef. I made that for dinner last night. It's a foolproof recipe, so delicious. I have my fish sauce wings recipe, which is also really easy. All you gotta do is like marinate it overnight and then you're good. Oops, I forgot to salt and pepper my flour, but it's okay. This sink doesn't work, so I have to wash my hands like this. Anyways, did anybody try that those lobster rolls from Salty Girl? It was so good. Oh my God. Oh my so last night shout out to Dylan. Dylan is my partner. And he made the shaking beef last night. And it's his favorite thing to make because I don't know why it's his favorite thing to make. He just doesn't fuck it up. So that's why it's his favorite thing to make. It's just really easy. While I wait for this to heat up, I'm actually going to go over here and make the sauce. So this sauce is super easy. It's just 1 tablespoon of oyster sauce, 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. Yep, that's 2. 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. You just, when you've done something like a lot of times, you just feel it. Like you just know, you know? Like that's why when I asked my mom, she's just like, you just add a little bit of this and add a little bit of that. So it was kind of difficult when I was making the cookbook because I'm like, damn, now I have to actually like measure out the measurements and make it easy for people to follow. But we're here. And we're gonna do like 3 tablespoons of honey. So this sauce is sweet, it's savory, it's spicy, it's everything that you want in a sauce when you bite into that like nice, thick, juicy, crispy shrimp. It's so good. And then we have cayenne pepper over here. This is like, you just feel, I don't know, however much you want to put in. More? I don't know. I like spice, but I don't know about level. Okay, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give it a good mix. Has anybody here been to Didi? I love it here. It makes me so happy when I see people celebrate their special occasions like their birthdays, anniversaries at Didi because it's like, wow, like you want to spend your special day here at this restaurant that I've worked so hard on. And like you want to try the food that it's just so special. So if you've ever made it to Didi, thank you so very much. Oh, by the way, Didi means let's go in Vietnamese, and Diang means let's eat. There's a theme here. Honestly, for the longest time, this cookbook was nameless. And in the back of my head, I thought I wanted to name it Vietnamese AF because everything that I've done, I've always put my culture in the forefront. Everything that I've done has always been just Vietnamese, right? No matter what it was. And so I was like, Vietnamese AF, that just makes sense for me and my cookbook. But then I was like, I don't know, if I'm 40, I'm like, oh yeah, my first cookbook was called Vietnamese AF. It just didn't feel timeless. And so I felt like Diang just matched DD, and it felt like a better fitting title. So yeah. But if I sign your book and I put Vietnamese AF, you'll know why. It's because I deep down kind of want to name it that. Okay, so the sauce is done. Well, it's not done yet. It's just mixed. I'm gonna just shallow fry the shrimp. Put it over here. This recipe is also, this dish is also at Didi. My go-to order at Didi right now is usually the honey, no, the shrimp toast. The shrimp toast at Didi is the the shrimp toast. It's me feeling a type of way. Every time I eat it, I'm like, ooh, who made this? She needs a kiss. So I usually order the shrimp toast and then the Didi fried rice, which, by the way, the Didi fried rice is the same rice that I made for my first ever recipe video that like went super viral, and that was like that basically changed my whole life. So the Didi fried rice is the fried rice from that video. So I'm here, Didi fried rice, and then the ribeye. The ribeye it's just so good. I don't know what to say. Okay, while we wait for this, anybody have any questions so far about the recipe, about the book, about a restaurant, anything? Okay, we're just here chilling. I like it. What was your guys' favorite bite tonight? Top 5, top 3? Anybody has a favorite? Just scream it. Lobster roll? Dang, lobster roll. You know, so I had the lobster roll when it was like VIP hour, and it was amazing. It was great. And then I had the lobster roll again, like when everybody came, and it was even better than the first time. I'm like, what did they do? I don't know. It was so good. I probably had like 5 of them. That's why I'm probably like so uncomfortably full up here. But it's fine. I'm gonna add a little bit more oil. I feel like I was not being that generous. Let me crank up this heat. Ooh. Okay. I'm sorry, oil just like splattered in my eyeball. Damn. Okay. So let me tell you guys the inspiration behind these shrimp. So when I first made it for school, it was like, the final presentation was like, it was sitting on a wonton chip, and then I had like an avocado puree on it, and then the shrimp was like sitting on top of it. And it was just like this, I don't know, all of the flavors and the textures mixed together, it was just really, really heavenly. And I loved it. But now, when I eat this shrimp, I don't eat it with the avocado or the wontons because sometimes you just don't have the stuff to make that stuff. So yeah, I just eat it with rice. Which, What? Nukmam? Yeah, absolutely. I mean, speaking of nukmam, does anybody here know what nukmam means? Yes? Yeah, we know what nukmam means, right? Fish sauce? Speaking of fish sauce, I have my own fish sauce out, guys. And it's called New Bay. And it's like a special batch of fish sauce. So a little history on, I guess, like on how you make fish sauce. Making fish sauce is kind of like making wine, where you make it in big barrels, big wooden barrels, and you age it, you let it sit for like a whole year. So you let the anchovies and the salt just work with each other for a whole year, and it develops into this like delicious umami sauce called fish sauce. And so I came to Vietnam like 2 years ago, and I picked out a barrel that I wanted to use for my special batch. And so now we're down to like our last like 1,000 bottle, and once it's gone forever. Because if I come back to Vietnam and I pick the same barrel, it just will not be the same because the wood has changed the flavor. So yeah, that's how fish sauce is made. Okay, shrimp. This shrimp doesn't need to be cooked all the way because we're gonna put it back in. But you see how crispy and airy it is right now? Oh, oh. Pour the excess oil out, and then what we're gonna do is we're going to add the sauce in. And this is my favorite part because this is when everything starts to come together. Can you guys smell? Can you guys get a whiff of this? Does anybody want to taste? So what I'm doing right now is I'm just reducing the sauce until it's like nice and thick, so then it can like coat the shrimp, and it's just this like addicting flavor because it's like this sweet flavor from honey, and then the acidity from from what is it? The vinegar. I'm sorry. Sometimes my brain just doesn't brain. It just doesn't work. Especially when I'm up here. But we're here. Can you guys see this? Yeah. How does it look? Hold on. Is there a... I don't want to scrape it, but these hex-clad pans are pretty good. Okay. Not the consistency that I want yet, but we're getting close. I love, love, love the smell of this. Woo. And also, when you make this recipe, you don't have to like, the apple cider vinegar, dang. You also don't have to like coat and fry them. You literally can just like toss them in this sauce and it will still be good because the sauce is just that good. And did you see how easy it was to put together? Okay. Do you see that line? You see how it's like slowly coming together and not like too fast? This is what I want. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna toss the shrimp. Ooh. Yum. So yeah. I mean, if you made this for a day, if you made this for your mom, you literally would impress them and it would take like less than 30 minutes to do. Like, was that not easy? Was that not easy? Would you guys make this at home? Yeah, it's so easy. Okay, let me turn this off. And that was it. That was literally it. Okay, we're gonna go over here and like, you know, add some green onions to our garnish. I like to cut them by a bias because I'm fancy. At a bias? You know? There you go. You're just gonna be needing that much. And like I said, oh, wait. I love rice. And this is jasmine rice, guys. But just use your favorite rice. I'm gonna just serve it like how I would serve myself at home. I like to make like one side of rice and then the other side is the shrimp. Here we go. Ooh. Come on. No, I need to make it pretty. This is for, you know, like you gotta Instagram it. You gotta post on the stories. Gotta make it look nice. You know? Do we like that? No, I don't like this. It's too long. Do we like that? And does anybody want one? Wait, come here. I'll feed. Oh. Whoever. Here, Caitlin. Oh, it's kind of hot. It's hot. Careful. You like it? We love it. Okay, wait. Here you go. Wait, get it with some rice. I love this. This is like real-time feedback. Do you like it? Yeah. I mean, who doesn't like free food? Guys, this is my favorite food event in LA because, I mean, the food is just delicious. And also, like, I love the fact that you just pay one price and you go in and the food is already there. You know, like, you don't have to pay extra for the food. It's amazing. Speaks for itself. You're going to Didi? Period. We're all going to Didi. Of course. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right. What? So I'm going to see everyone here at Didi? Period. I love that. Thank you so much, guys.
Follow her at Tway to Bay on all the things, and you can pick up your copy of her book right behind you at Book Soup. When you buy a copy, you also get an LA Times tote bag, so you can sneak all the bites and take them home.
I'm gonna meet you guys over there. Let's take pictures, please. Let's go take pictures.
So we still have about another half hour, so enjoy the food and drink, and come back tomorrow.
Come on.
LA Times Food Bowl, presented by City National Bank. Thank you all for coming tonight.
Yeah, there's another one. Do you want it?